evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go! 10 Lobo. Use your horses. Switch.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
General West. Check three.
A run for Nick Chubb. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Chubb. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Set up. 30 base.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to take a shot, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Break out. 675. Defense wins championships, baby.
After the interception, it's Love. Throw left side complete. It's Flowers. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now Love. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Check back, check back.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the left side. Flowers.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Peterson. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, there was a trust factor in that call, turning and handing it to the big man in the backfield, trying to pick up the 1st down. But how about the defense? They were ready for him, and they were able to stop him.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah. No.
And now look at him go. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. A loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Hey, Delta. Mike 20.
Here's Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Love, looking deep downfield. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
On the ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Got it.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line. A give running right is Chubb. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Check 59. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about 6'6". Pull it high. Go.
To throw on 2nd down, Bradley. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But now it'll be 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Bradley. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. A pretty sizable deficit here in the 1st quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Broncos nothing.
Ready to break. Mark 57. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. 57.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal.
And bring it. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Hey, here we go. 47's the mic, boy. 47. Pilot, 64. Ricky. Watch the eye. Ready.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot down. Field. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive, you're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now a give right side. It's Flowers, and he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Check out. 390. You.
On 3rd down, Flowers, and he's got room. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble, and the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Following the fumble recovery, Bradley. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Get it.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38.
Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check tight. Check tight.
Off play action. Bradley. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Bradley. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 14. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
That's caught. It's Thomas. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you You've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and through. And the route is on here in this first half.
Raiders 28, Broncos nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is locked. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And it's fielded at the 34. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26. 5.
Back to throw. Bradley. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. One back.
Play action. It's locked. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Hey, it's just me and you.
Here's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
we've got
the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Now a handoff looking right. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Smooth. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Looking to throw. Bradley. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
On the double. Watch 57. Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft. Get it.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Back to throw. Bradley sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his man on the comebacker. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Bowden, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Come on, set. 50, plant. Oh, you got deep? Tight left, tight left. Out. 3 down. Shoot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Bradley. He's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Just like that.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bradley toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Strip that ball.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Flowers. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Flowers. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Out from the shadows of their goal line. Here's 1st and 10 from the 11. Back to throw. Love. This is the tight end fan. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Check out. 240. Back the pass.
On 1st down, it's Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Raiders 38, Broncos nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out, and the Raiders pick it up. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. They run, jump. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
In your face.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Now the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
Look at me, zipper. 57's Mike.
Back to throw. Bradley. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And his kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Locke. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Luck now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Luck now to throw. Steps away to his left. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Let's go.
From the 50, it's Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To throw is Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Love. He's going to sling this deep down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 31. Now Love. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
Raiders 48, Broncos nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Rees. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well, Executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Shifts by him, and he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Luck now has hit on just 7 of 17 passes, 41%. Back to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Trying to improvise. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Luck. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg. And they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Let's go.
At the 48-yard line.
Got it. 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Greystone, travel. Screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down, Raiders.
Set. 60 yards. Get that quarterback at all costs. He's crashing. Be careful.
Right back to him on first down. And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. They've lost this. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Oakland, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.